To video one by Mr. Bongo from the Congo. All right, what are we doing today? Today you're going to discover proving triangles. We're just going to continue what we have been working on the last week, but we're going to add a few things. All right, so here's what we're going to read. When proving triangles are congruent, you may want to add the following things. Because there's always, sometimes you're going to have missing stuff. Like, for example, when they share a side, we call it a reflexive property. So you can always add some sort of congruent sides there. When you have angles facing one another, there are verticals. You're going to have two angles that are congruent. Number three, when you have parallel lines included, most likely you're going to have two angles that are alternate interior angles. They're congruent. Or you might have corresponding angles that are congruent. Two of them. All right, let's put that into work. Work. All right, so if you look right here, you see this little nice arrow. That tells you that these two lines are parallel. That goes back to number three. Number three says right here, when the lines are parallel, most likely we have congruent angles. So check this out. I have parallel line. You see this line, angle 1 right here? Angle 1 will have to be congruent to angle 2. So angle 1 is congruent to angle 2 based on alternate interior angle. All right. Not just that, you can also say that angle 4 will have to be congruent to angle 3. All right. That also will be alternate interior. So keep that in mind. Every time you got yourself a parallel line, most likely, my friend, you have something that are congruent, right? Angles that are congruent. Next, you also notice that they're sharing this side. First, let me go ahead and put the letters. We got an A right here. A goes with this A. We got ourselves the little green angles. And then you're going to notice that they share this side right here. They share this side. Because they share this side, I mentioned it earlier here, it's called reflexive. So as you can see, we have ASA. What? ASA. What? All right, let's fill in this blank real fast. So I added a reflexive. I also added those angles. What were that? Angle 1 was congruent to angle 2. I also added that angle 3 was congruent to angle 4. Therefore, I can say that triangle ABC has to be congruent. So A, B. It looks like I started with the two lines. Therefore, I have to start with RC. Yeah, RCA, right? ABC, something like that. I don't really care much about that, but I know my answer is angle, side angle. All right. So let's move on to next. Number 2. With number 2, we can do vertical angles. First, you have an A here, then you have a here, then you have an S here, then you have a side right there, and then you got yourself a vertical angle. Doop. Vertical angles are always angles that are looking at one another. So I added a vertical angle. All right. So therefore, we're going to say they're congruent by angle, side angle. Cool. All right. So I can let you fill in the blank for that one. And then I have another one here. Let me erase this line. All right. For number 3, what should I add? Let's see. It looks like they already gave me a side, right? Oh, I know what I'm going to add, ladies and gentlemen. If you look, aren't they sharing a side? So I'm going to add the reflexive that they are sharing a side. So it looks like this will be congruent by, since it's a right angle, most likely you're going to deal with an HL, right? I have a right angle, then I have one of the congruent side, just one of them. That's good enough. So this is by HL. Okay, that's pretty much it.